Good afternoon. It is afternoon, as you can see by the clock on the wall. 1 minute afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to Omnibroslive. I'm Omnidog from Omnidog's Vault, and I'm waiting on my co-host, who should be popping in here in just a moment. Meanwhile, magical elixir of coffee. Coffee with the Omnibros. How's everybody doing? Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, easy Sunday morning. A little coffee, a little comics. One thing we're going to talk about is this, what to do with this Archie 700 variant that we've been given by Comic Books for Kids, the fabulous charity that we love so much. They gave us some books, and we're trying to decide if we should auction them off or put them in a drawing or put them, how we should earn more money for the charity. So we're going to talk about that today. My co-hosts don't know it yet, but I'm foisting that topic upon them. What kind of coffee am I drinking? I am drinking Nantucket Blend. Jesse, say what? Nantucket Blend, some kind of K-cup from Green Mountain Valley Coffee Roaster Company, something like that. Another idea I had for these comics is, since we have enough, if you put a $10 donation, you just get a comic. There's only 150 of these comics made. Let's look at it a little closer. Only 150 of these were made, these Archie variants. And it's got the Comic Book for Kid logo. This is the Comic Book for Kids logo. This is the Comic Book for Kids Archie variant, number 700. I was thinking a $10 donation would get you a copy of the book, and we could do it for the first 20 people. And boom, there we have some money for them. But we can talk about that. And we have the fabulous Nick Munoz in here. He's moderating the chat. Dave Kaznick's goal is to get me to watch Deadwood. I want to see what he thinks of Al Swearingen. Okay, Dave, I'm pretty sure I don't want to see The Wire. I know that probably crushes Matt Miranda's heart, but it sounds like it's just too brutal for me. So I may watch Deadwood. I got to finish Legion. I'm right in the middle of Maniac. I finished Castlevania, 2 seasons of Castlevania. I got to finish Legion. There's like 18 episodes this year, so I still have to watch that. But you could probably talk me into Deadwood. I've heard good things about it. It's on Amazon Prime. Okay, cool. I get that. Cool. So while we wait for my co-hosts, we can talk about, what do you guys want to talk about? Brian asks, wonder what the topic would be. So, oh, it is? Deadwood's more brutal than The Wire?
What up, Jess?
What up, Gabe the Babe? This is my co-host, Gabe the Babe Bustamantez from Las Vegas, Nevada. How's it going, dude?
I'm doing all right, man. The way you say my name made me sound like a drug dealer.
Sorry, I didn't mean for it to sound like that.
I can't help the way my name sounds. So what's going on, man? How you been?
Good. Everything's good. I'm feeling good. How about you?
Busy. This week these next couple of weeks are going to suck.
Is this work-related, you mean, because of signings?
Because of signings at work. This is a Jim Lee week on Saturday.
Oh.
Jim Lee, Mark Silvestri, Scott Williams, Alex Sinclair.
Wow.
And then directly next week after that following Saturday, is our Tony Daniel signing with our Batman Who Laughs exclusive cover.
Oh, yeah. The one that you helped design.
Yeah, that was my concept. Yeah. So
that's crazy. Pretty cool.
So it's crazy going on right now, man. Crazy. I shouldn't be taking days off, but I need days off. So fuck it.
Yeah, you got to have days off.
Yeah, I'm going to lose my mind if I don't have time to think about something else other than cleaning and filing and organizing and bullshit and yeah. But there we go.
So
Fuck this
let's
guy in the
see.
group.
What guy?
No, just whatever. Some of us bitching about Bendis and how they announced that Absolute Scarlet. And they were saying something like, "Oh, it's only 10 issues. That's so stupid for a book to be an absolute." And I go, "Hey, man, it's canceled. It's going to get resolicited later." And he's like, "Pre-orders are up." I'm like, "All right, well, here's an article that shows that it was canceled." He goes, "Yeah, but pre-orders are still up on Amazon." I'm like, "Well, fuck you, man. Amazon." You know how many pre-orders are still up on Amazon? Like, there's still like Batman and Robin, like Omnibus, probably still up there. And, like, the very, very first Aquaman solicit is probably still up on Amazon. You know, whatever. But yeah, so what have you been up to? What's going on in the brag life?
Well, let's see. My daughter's not coming over today because she's got the flu, so we're not going to play Horizon Zero Dawn, and we're not going to watch the game together, which I'm sad about because I love doing both of those things with her. Yeah. But she's got the flu. I've had a flu shot, but I don't want her to come. She already had the flu shot, but she still got the flu. So she's got the extra version of the flu that can battle through the flu shot. So I don't want that. So today's just going to be a little decorating, a little watching football, like that. What's going on in your side of the country? What are you going to be doing today?
Getting the kids' haircuts done.
Do you guys do that yourself, or do you take them?
No, we take them to there's like a kids barber shop in town that we like to go to. They're really good with them. So we go there. It's fun. It's cute. I'm not gonna do it ourselves. They're gonna end up like me. Probably hit up Target. I'm gonna try my best not to give my wife her Christmas gift early because I hate like having a gift and just waiting on it for like another month. So I'm gonna try my best not to give it to her now, and I really want to.
You want to give it to her early?
Yeah, I just want to just give it to her. She deserves gifts. She shouldn't have to wait till Christmas. But
that I believe.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I want to do a video on the John Byrne Artifact Edition. I might do that today or tomorrow. It's my days
what's
off
it got in it?
That's the artist edition thing where it's a lot of the original art from John Byrne's X-Men run. Like the legendary, like Dark Phoenix Saga, Days of the Futures Past, like that kind of stuff is in there. Covers, splashes. It's like 100+ pages. You know how the artist editions work. It's like full-size colored scans of the original black and white artwork.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
Yeah, I love those things. So I'll probably just do a video spotlight on that, flipping through it and cool stuff like that today. Either today or tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow. I'll drop the kids off at school, and then I have the whole day to myself.
Nice.
So soon.
Do we? Well, I'll wait till Lou gets on to talk about what we should do about this book. But
I'm half tempted to just do mystery boxes. You know the mystery boxes?
Explain.
Mystery box is a box, and it's a mystery.
Okay.
That's it. No.
Okay.
Stores and people at conventions do it. It'll be like a box with like, let's say we do 10 different boxes, and each box has a different item or different items in it, and we could just throw cool random stuff into these boxes and include the variant in there too or something. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud.
Okay.
So someone could be like, yeah, it's like, $25 for a mystery box, and you get all kinds of cool shit in it, including, that variant. We could probably put some books we don't want anymore in there, or I don't know.
You mean highly collectible books that people are going to want?
No, it's pretty much just us clearing out our shelves of shit.
You're not doing a good job selling it here.
Yeah, people still want that stuff. You see the stuff that goes up on sale on the group.
Well, that's true.
It's like, hey, I got this. Hey, I have Next Wave, which is a great book. But does anybody want to trade Usagi Yojimbo or Strangers in Paradise hardcover for it? Hey, I just got the King Conan Colossals. Anybody want to trade the first kid for it?
That is the fastest I've ever seen a book become a whale, is that Colossal King Conan. That was crazy.
I said it before, and but I think that Marvel Conan Omnibus that comes out, I think it's in February or January. It's coming out next couple of weeks. I think that's going to disappear really quick too. I don't think it's going to be as fast as Dark Horse, because I think Dark Horse printed like 8 copies of it, and 3 people bought all 8 copies of it.
Yeah, I think that was the problem. Was people got wind of the fact that it was going to be underprinted, and a lot of people speculated on it.
Yeah, I've seen posts of people who have multiple copies of it, but whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think that Conan one is going to disappear pretty quick. A lot of those, like, it's not Silver Age, but like early Bronze Age stuff doesn't seem to last very long, let alone something as, I don't want to say obscure, but kind of like deep cut as Conan. Like, nobody cares about Conan. Like, I don't know where this came from all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Where everybody all of a sudden wants Conan.
Right.
But with it being the original Marvel content by Roy Thomas and Barry Windsor Smith, I think there's going to be you're going to get a lot of the old school collectors.
Here, dude.
Yeah. Like a lot of the old heads are going to, I think, I'm going to be looking for that book.
Yeah.
Same with the Savage Sword stuff, because that stuff was.
That's the magazine black and white stuff.
I believe that's what it is. Yeah, that was Savage Sword of Conan. It was the magazine stuff that was not super violent, but it was a little more violent and a little more sexier because it's a magazine.
Yeah,
and that's how Marvel got around it, or around the comics code. And I think that's another one that's going to just, all those old school guys who can't find those books anymore, or who don't want to read their old books, or whatever the case might be. I think there'll be some new fish in the water looking for those books. So I think those are going to disappear pretty fast. And I think that Scarlet Absolute is going to disappear really fast.
Okay.
No, but seriously, like, we don't usually talk about speculation and stuff like that, but I think that Conan's going to definitely disappear.
Okay. Yeah.
I think it'll be more sought after than those Colossals, because I think more people are interested in the original Conan stuff than the Dark Horse stuff.
Now, I wonder if it's going to be the hideous recolor job that Dark Horse had, or do you think they're going to go back to the original scans?
It's Marvel, so it might be updated coloring, but I don't know if it's going to be horrendous. Like, their updated coloring is pretty good. Like, they don't go super detailed. Like, they don't have too many different shades.
Okay.
They kind of just brighten it up, and then the paper is better. But I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Because I love those stories, but I don't want to buy them, and then it turns out they stuck with the bad recoloring job that Dark Horse did. But since I would think they'd be getting the original comics, they have a chance to start over and just print the comics as they are.
Is the Dark Horse stuff like terribly colored?
I actually haven't seen it, but I've heard it from 3 or 4 different people, especially Ryan Sayce, who say that it is infamously poorly recolored. Yeah, it's apparently really off-putting. It takes you right out of the story. It's so bad. This is the Dark Horse stuff.
So it's right up there with the Neil Adams recolored omnibus?
Yeah, apparently, but I actually can't say since I haven't seen it. But yeah, that's what Ryan says.
Is that on the original Colossal or the newer ones that just came out?
It's on the Barry Windsor Smith stuff that came out in paperback, and Dark Horse recolored really poorly, and now Marvel's going to get a chance to reprint it.
Oh, I didn't know Dark Horse ever reprinted the original Marvel Conan stuff.
Yeah, that's what got the poor recolor.
I wouldn't expect that they had the rights to reprint Marvel stuff. That's cool. Interesting.
Yeah.
What now?
Yo, what up, fool?
What up, dog?
RJ Stolfo. Yeah, I got these are the Kalak shelves I have. He was asking what kind of shelves I have back here.
Those are the best kinds.
I think they are. I think when it comes down to collecting omnibuses and absolutes, these are the best because these cubes fit absolutes perfectly. It doesn't readjust or anything like that. But if you got something bigger than an absolute, like the 6-gun deluxes or like artist editions, then you're kind of out of luck there. You have to figure out a different way to display them, but that's life.
Yeah, the adjustable billies are the only way to do that.
Yeah, and I hate having to adjust shelves.
Ugh.
Because the worst thing about anybody that's been collecting single issues or comics or anything like that you accumulate a lot of, that whole like shifting to like put new stuff on your shelf or reorganizing is a bitch. It's a bitch. I have to do that now. I got a lot of not a lot, but a lot of the more recent stuff I bought I don't have in my shelves in the correct order yet. They're kind of just sitting around. But I'm gonna have to just fucking reshuffle everything to fit the stuff in there. But word of advice to anybody that does that, start backwards. Start from Z to A. I don't know why, but that always seems to work better if you start, from the back of the alphabet to the front of the alphabet when you do any kind of like shifting.
What's your order? What's your system? You do it alphabetically?
It's a little weird.
Because I know Jess just throws everything on the shelf.
And then, I like the way Jess does it because he throws everything on the shelf and he kind of like pinpoints it or kind of puts a flag up by putting a toy in front of it. It's like, oh, look, these Fantastic Four toys. Oh, that must be where my Fantastic Four stuff is.
That's totally accurate.
Mine is alphabetically mixed in chronologically as well, if that makes sense. So, like, if I look at my Marvel shelf here, you guys can't see it because I got this bookcase is sideways. It goes alphabetically, so it's Alias, and then Amazing Spider-Man, and then Annihilation. But before Annihilation, I have the Thanos Redemption trade paperback because that's the beginning of Annihilation.
Mm-hmm.
And then it goes into the War of Kings, Realm of Kings, all that good stuff, and then Avengers. And then Avengers versus Thanos. And then since it's a part of Avengers to me, I then have Onslaught and then Heroes Reborn. And then it goes into the Heroes Return Avengers stuff, the Kurt Busiek, George Perez stuff. And then, like I said, it continues chronological from there. Avengers Disassembled, Children's Crusade, Hickman Avengers, and then Captain America, Daredevil, Deadpool, all that kind of stuff. So it's a mixture. It's alphabetical.
So you'll mix your trades with your hardcovers. I
do. I know a lot of people think that's like, ew, gross, icky, that they can't touch.
No, I just wanting you to specify.
Right. No, I do.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people, not a lot of people, I know there's people out there that think that's gross, but it is what it is.
I wouldn't call it gross. I am not one to point fingers on organizations since I'm so poorly organized. I do have my Marvel omnibuses set aside in alphabetical order with action figures in front of them to represent where it is on my shelf. That is true. Then I have Marvel oversized hardcovers. Those are all in a Kallax. And then my Billies, that's where I the Kallax is very organized. But my Billies is where we run into trouble because like I've got a whole shelf of Rebirth, then next to it is a whole bunch of Avengers trade paperbacks or something. That's what needs to be. My Billies are what need to be reorganized.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, because mine gets a little weird too, because then it turns into like when I get the Hulk, it's like Planet Hulk and then World War Hulk. I mean, that's not alphabetical, but that's chronological. And then where does it get kind of really awkward down here? Ultimate Spider-Man. So it goes Ultimates, Volume 1, Volume 2, Ultimate Fantastic Four, Ultimate Spider-Man, Death of Ultimate Spider-Man, and then Ultimatum, and then Ultimatum Compendium. Fuck the haters. And then it turns into Ultimate Comics X because that took place right after Ultimatum. So it's kind of like that too. Oh, then when I get down to X Factor, that's when it gets a little weird. Because I have the X Factor, the Jamie Madrox, Private Eye X Factor stuff, like the best X Factor, basically.
Yeah, but, Omar was telling me I needed to get that.
Yeah, that stuff's great. But mine starts with the Madrox trade paperback because that's basically the beginning of that series. So it's not alphabetical, but it's mixed. It's a part of that series, so I have that first. Same with like X-Men. So I got like New X-Men and then Astonishing X-Men because that's kind of whatchamacallit. It's chronological, and then Punisher is Punisher, and then Punisher Max, and then Punisher Frankencastle because that's chronological. Stuff like that. So, but my DC stuff is DC. How is it? It's DC. It's all alphabetical, but then the Batman stuff turns chronological. So it's like Long Halloween, Death in the Family, Nightfall, Arkham Asylum. That's the Dan Slott stuff that I think only me and Jess know about. Hush, Broken City, Heart of Hush, Red Hood Under the Hood, Grant Morrison's Batman, Black Glove. I think that's a part of that omnibus, isn't it?
I think so.
I might have to get rid of that. Black Mirror, Gates of Gotham, and then New 52 Batman, and then Rebirth, and then Dark Knight Returns, Earth One, Batwoman, Dark Knight. So it's alphabetical until I hit some kind of chronological point. But it's DC, and then it turns into Vertigo after the DC stuff. So after the DC mainline stuff, it turns into 100 Bullets, Fables, Preacher, Scalped, Sweet Tooth, Transmit. And then it turns into that's still that might be the wrong spot. I don't know how to mix in the Absolute Wildcats. It's not DC proper, it's not Vertigo, it's Wildstorm. But I just have that right before regular Wildcats 3.0 and then Why the Last Man. So and they got that Batman Tim Sale Jeff Loeb omnibus. So that might have to go right there where Long Halloween is. Yeah, so that's kind of how it works.
Jig Knapp asks, should I read the new Surfer omnibus or start Bendis's Powers? I didn't like Bendis's Powers, so take my opinion with a grain of salt with that. I say start Surfer.
That's two widely different types of books.
Yeah.
I
thought Powers was pretty boring to me.
I think Powers is amazing. That's one of my favorite series of all time.
Yeah, I liked it too.
At least while it was coming out. I haven't gone back and read it in a while, so I don't know if it's still effective to me.
I read the first two trades, the Retro Girl one, and I forgot what the one that came after that. I didn't care for it too much.
I think the one after that, I forgot what it's called, but it's the one where the kids pretend like they have superpowers and they end up getting killed because they're just stupid kids trying to do superhero shit.
Yeah.
I would say try Powers first. Give Powers a chance. It's one of those things that you could read just Retro Girl, and if you like it, cool, you can keep going on. If you don't like it, you could stop there and more or less be satisfied and don't feel like you have to continue on and then go into the new Silver Surfer. But it's up to you, Jake. Do you like crime noir more? Because Powers is very much NYPD Blue, but with superheroes. Or do you want Doctor Who, Cosmic, Surfer kind of stuff? But I definitely recommend Powers to anybody.
Because Dan Slott's Silver Surfer run is just basically Doctor Who. He said it's just basically Doctor Who.
Right.
That's his inspiration for it.
It's cosmic wackiness with surfer picking up an attractive female companion. So yeah.
It's a fun series. I mean, if you're looking for something a bit more lighthearted and fun, I recommend it. And it's got art by Omar, and it looks beautiful.
Yeah, it does look beautiful. And is that a book? Are we getting that book to review? I mean, I already got it, stupidly, of course, but that's going to be one of our review books?
Yeah, that's the next one after you guys do that Soldier X.
Woohoo!
Which I have to read.
Oh, dude. Me and Jess, we were talking in the chat. I am not even looking forward to reading that, to be honest. I mean, I'm going to give it a fair shake, but I just keep looking at it sitting on my coffee table, and I'm just like, I really don't want to read this based on the cover and the back of it and knowing it's 90s cable. And why did we pick this book?
You said everything that's on my mind.
And I mean, I trust Ryley and Omar's opinion. I think they were the ones that vouched for it.
Yeah.
But it's 90s cable, and I know how convoluted and how messy that stuff was back then. I have zero interest in picking this up and reading it. So I'm going to try and get through it tonight.
Yeah, I better pick that up today, too, at some point.
Well, if you don't like it, it's always good. You can always get rid of it. You know, it's not like you guys really put any effort into it or cash, you know?
Right. And the Surfer I did pay for, but Cable was a book that if I don't like, I can give away.
Give away? Somebody in the group will take it if we give it away.
Oh, sure.
There's always somebody there. Hell, there's people that like that Wolfman book.
They were mad I didn't give it away.
Yeah,
Wolfman book.
Astounding Wolfman.
Okay, I thought you were talking about like Werewolf by Night or something.
We have to we have a conference video today, right? We're scheduled to talk, the 6 of us or the 5 of us.
What time is that? 5?
I think it's at 5.
I think so, because it's 2 o'clock for me. I know that. So yeah.
Right.
I'll have to drop my girl off at her parents. I mean, I might just be able to do it over the phone on the way back. If anything.
That's fine.
I don't see why I wouldn't be able to join in on the phone.
What are we talking about? It's just like the kind of new ideas we want to do with the channel?
I guess. Who's the one that called the conference?
It was Omar.
Oh, all right.
Omar loves his fucking conference calls. He got enough of them at work. He has to fucking push them onto us. Yeah, because what is it? So we wanted to do like more recorded videos. This is inside baseball for anybody watching, but if you want an idea of what's going through our heads and our minds of what we want to do with the channel, this is what Sunday is kind of about. We want to do like more pre-recorded videos, like upcoming solicitations, like releases, that kind of stuff, like a monthly release video to kind of make this video or this channel have a little bit more like reference material in it so people can reference certain stuff like what's coming out, because we do that. We're still going to do it on Mondays for the weekly, but we want to do a monthly release video as well, and other just kind of pre-recorded stuff like, you know, top 5 omnibuses to collect, or, you know, what's the top 5 most expensive ones, you know, that kind of stuff. A little bit more reference material for people, where to start reading Captain America in collected editions, where to, you know, X-Men timeline in collected editions, that kind of stuff. So
that's a great idea.
So if you guys are interested in that, hit us up in the chat. Let us know if you have any other ideas that you want to see. Maybe more character or creator spotlights, but maybe more pre-recorded to kind of make it so that we don't get into so many like site discussions or, you know, caught up in the chat, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and end up asking Eric Larson about some random fan that writes in,
right? Like
I did. Okay, Mladen, tell me something funny.
I'm still gonna work on the best stuff. Are we doing the best of the year?
Oh yeah,
we didn't do that last year.
We didn't.
No. Oh, you did. It was just really quick. It wasn't like when we did like the Omnis that first year.
I like that first year that we did, man, where we like had a comprehensive spread. That took you a while to put together, though, Gabe.
Yeah, it did. I could have done it again this year. Like last year, I don't know what happened, but we just ended up using what I did. Throughout the entire year, I copied every single solicitation or every release that came out. Like I kept a track of it because I wanted to just kind of have a better comprehensive, vote by the group and by the viewers. So I had like on the spreadsheet so that people could look at it, because you always forget what came out this year. Like I don't remember what came out 2 weeks ago, honestly.
Yep.
And you always kind of, when you do the best of, you don't have like a list to refer to. You kind of just go by memory, and most people's memories are like the most current stuff. So it'll be like, oh, the best releases this year was, I don't know, fucking Power Rangers bullshit, or Conan, or something like that. When you forget, oh yeah, Seven Soldiers also came out this year, or other things I might deserve to vote better.
I've been working on different categories just for like the show, like best new to us and things like that. Like a book that it's old but it's new to us.
Right. That's always fun, because that's kind of the thing about this hobby and like the community is you go, hey, I found this book. I didn't know how great New Frontier was. And then other people pick it up and they go, wow, that's like my most favorite book I saw this year.
Yep.
Yeah. What do you have in that? Do you have that category started yet, Lou?
Best new to me?
Yeah.
I've got a few things already in the back of my head of like new stuff for me.
I think that's my favorite category.
Best new to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Plus,
it's exciting to discover.
That's a cool category, because us and a lot of people never really get a chance to read these omnibuses and stuff as they come out.
Mm-hmm.
And we always have such a huge backlog. So you might read something that's really good, but you read it like, 2 years later. You want to give it its proper, and you want to shout it out, but you can't really be like, this is the best of 2018 because it came out in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of stuff. So there was a question in the chat I wanted to check out real quick. I think it was Jesse who asked it.
About what to get his wife?
Yeah, how to get his wife into comics, or what to get her started at.
We'd need to narrow that one down a little bit, I think.
There's so much, dude. I mean, is she into horror? Is she into manga? Is she into superheroes? Does she not like superheroes? You need to narrow it down a little bit more for us.
Yeah, you really gotta, like, for anything like that. Like, I deal with this stuff on a pretty constant basis at work, where it's like, how do I get a girl to read comics? And it's, well, there's no real like, oh, every girl likes Fables because it's a girly comic, or anything like that, or they should like Buffy because that's a chick.
Yeah. Although Fables and Sandman does work really well.
Yeah, it does. Especially Sandman, because that's the kind of book that, like every girl I knew. This is definitely a broad generalization, so don't come at me as being sexist or comic gaty or whatever. But all the girls I knew in college that were reading comics, like Sandman was that gateway.
Mm-hmm.
That's what started them off.
I mean, just as a general thing, Why the Last Man's probably pretty good too.
It's another good one too. I mean, does she like Captain America? It's cool to Captain America's cool. Basically, good comics are good comics for anybody.
There you go.
So, but it has to be the asterisk with that, and the stipulation with that is it has to be accessible.
Mm-hmm.
So I think a better way to discuss that question is what's a good accessible comic for somebody who's not into comics. So that would be something. Again, you got what does she like? What movies is she into? What does she not like? That's an important question too. What does she not like? But again, I mean, I think Powers is good for anybody because there's really no Marvel DC continuity to worry about. Like, you don't need to know, why does Tony Stark have this different armor, like, Extremis or something like that. Batman Long Halloween. That's a good one to give a new reader. You don't need to know much about Batman other than, he's a guy in a suit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a murder mystery. So that's always fun. Kind of keeps her, hopefully that'll keep her into the book and into the story. Stuff like that, I would say.
Jake Knapp, marry her and I will officiate the wedding.
Because his girlfriend's favorite comic is Preacher.
Yeah, and she loves Ennis.
Yeah, introduce her to Crust. If she doesn't leave you in the middle of the night after handing her Crust, then she's a keeper.
She might like it. She likes Ennis.
The answer to Josh McDonald's question is yes. God Loves Man Kills is included in an Omnibus, an X-Men Omnibus, but I can't say without looking what one. Do you know which one?
Is
Volume
the Claremont, volume 3 or volume 2? Claremont.
Volume 3 of Claremont, because that's the one I just got. Yeah.
Okay, volume 3.
You get a lot of good stuff in that third volume.
I know, dude. Like when I got that, and I was looking at the back cover. I was like, "Holy fuck! There's some good stuff in here." For that Magic miniseries.
I was just gonna say that Magic miniseries is in that.
The Wolverine, the Claremont Frank Miller Wolverine is in there.
It's a good book,
which is really good because there's that Wolverine omnibus that's like super hard to find and kind of pricey. And that has the Miller stuff in it too. So you don't have to worry about that omnibus too much because you can get that third Uncanny X-Men. That's a little pricey too, but I was able to find that at a good price. That Wolverine omnibus also has the what is it? The Marvel Comics Presents the Weapon X storyline is in there too, which is great. That needs to have its own fucking hardcover. It's a fucking crime. That'd be a short hardcover though, because those issues are only half the issue for Marvel Comics Presents, because those things had like 2 or 3 stories in them, if I remember correctly. I don't think the Weapon X storyline took over every issue. I think they still broke up the issues. So you got Weapon X, great storyline by Barry Windsor Smith, and some shitty Iron Fist story back up to or random Shang-Chi storyline.
Did you know Bradley the truth from me? That he would buy it from Lydia quickly.
What are you watching, Luis?
Yes.
Yeah, we're hearing it. Yeah.
It's not like you're watching like telenovelas or something.
My girl's watching something in the background. Hold on.
Oh, okay. Tell her hi for us. Now. This is funny how Chris M phrased this. He goes, "I gatewayed a girl with sweet tooth."
Yeah, that is funny though. Gatewayed.
That sounds almost yeah. I was gonna say that sounds almost inappropriate, but
I get what I get what he's saying, but you're right. I kind of double took at that too. TJ Clone, I got the email from that my Power Rangers Year 2 is on back order from IST. Should I cancel or hold and wait?
It's gonna be canceled for you. They're just credit you or something like that, bro. Sorry, Jess. I didn't mean to cut you off. I didn't know if you had a different answer. Excuse me.
I don't. I was going to ask you what you think, since you know more about retailing than I do.
It's gone. It's long gone.
It's gone. Okay.
It might still be available on Walmart. Everybody's been hitting up Walmart.com lately for these out of print books or these out of stock books.
What's the deal with that? Walmart all of a sudden has all these out of stock books?
Well, I think they always had books, but nobody was desperate enough to go to Walmart.com. But I'm just guessing that Walmart, I don't think they have a Diamond account. They must have a different distributor to get like their hardcovers and stuff like that. Because I think anybody that has a Diamond account, like a normal comic book retailer, I think they were probably allocated, or they were just a short supply to begin with. That's why Amazon still had it for a while.
It's a damn shame. It's a damn shame Diamond has the monopoly on books.
Yeah, well, nothing's going to change about that, because the comic book industry is a couple of $100 million a year business.
Mm-hmm.
If it was $1 billion business, then it's not on anybody's radar. Is basically what I'm saying. For anybody to try and go in there and break up the monopoly.
Yeah.
That's where I got from Walmart. That's where I got my King Conan. I had to go pick it up, and I don't know that I consider the shipping any better, because they just, it comes in its own, like an Absolute. It comes in its own cardboard case, and that's how they shipped it out. They just put a label on that cardboard case and shipped it out. So I was very fortunate that my King Conan came in okay shape. I mean, it was fine, but they didn't put anything. They didn't stick it in another box. They just slapped a label on it and mailed it out like that. So I got really lucky.
I've seen people do that with the artist editions because those come in like absolute kind of boxes, like the brown shipper quote unquote boxes. I've seen people receive those books in the mail where somebody just slapped a shipping label on that thin cardboard box and mailed it out that way. And it just got wrecked because those things are not made for the abuse that happens through the mail system.
Right. Yeah, those are like protective cases. They're not shipping boxes.
Lionheart says you can still get Power Rangers on eBay for a reasonable price. I don't know what reasonable price means, but sure. I think Fariha on the group, I don't know if that was this morning or yesterday, she said she has a connection to 2. So it's shipping and tax and all that stuff. It was like $90 a book if anybody wanted it.
For Mighty Morphin?
Yeah.
Did you guys see Daredevil got canceled?
I did see that, and then I was shocked to see that that's it. They're not. Disney has said that they're not going to pick it up.
My basic understanding of it is that this, again, I could totally be wrong, and I'm probably wrong with this. Netflix is licensing the IP from Disney, and Netflix is the one that doesn't really want to keep licensing the IP from Disney because Disney's starting their streaming service, or that's what's floating around. And it's going to be their own, it's going to compete against them. So why would you have an IP from somebody that's competing against you on your streaming service? I think it sucks personally.
I'm okay with it. I mean, I want more, but it ended on such a good 3rd season.
I still haven't finished it.
Okay, well, it's really good. The 3rd season's really good. So I'm fine with that because I would hate for it to just be buried into the ground and they just keep doing like season 7, the Daredevil fights,
Walking Dead,
bullshit mobsters or something like that. Where they run out of ideas or they just kind of just start shoehorning things in because that happens. I mean, look at Gotham. So yeah, I'm okay with it. I mean, we got the 3 seasons. We got 3 amazing seasons. That was definitely Netflix's best series out of those Marvel licensed stories they had going on. So I'm okay with it. Maybe Disney will do something better, or whatever.
I don't have high hopes for that. No. I mean, it could be good, but I really don't have high hopes. I ranted the other day on my Facebook page. I'm kind of starting to get burned out on, well, I've talked about this, on the MCU stuff. So
you like to push out very interesting opinions, I think, on your Facebook page.
Yeah, and that's why I typically add people. Because 90% of what I post on my Facebook page is just bullshit.
Well, no, I think it's good. I like reading your stuff because I think, see, I'm not willing to have an opinion on anything because I don't want to get any hate. So the only thing I'm willing to have an opinion on is books that I really hate and pour root beer on, and I get enough crap for that. So, but I like that you put your opinion out there and the reasoning behind it. Yeah. Your Facebook posts are good.
Thank you.
That's also kind of why, again, here's behind the scenes baseball stuff for people watching, where I wanted us to be able to do maybe like a separate channel or a separate feed or a separate frequency, wavelength, whatever you want to call it, where we could just do uncensored, unfiltered opinion pieces and stuff like that. But I didn't think we wanted to do it here on the OmniBros channel because of, Omar might say he loves chunky peanut butter, and then it's going to just break up the group. That opinion is bullshit and wrong, and I don't want that to affect the group.
No, the meeting won't be streamed.
No, and I also forgot to start out the show with the fact that InStockTrades.com has collected editions for up to 50% off. Loyalty discounts add 2% to that. This weekend through Monday, they're having a DC sale where it's an extra 3% on DC. Every quarter gets you an Omnibros discount code. Orders over $50 in the United States get free shipping. Fabulous packaging, fabulous service. That's InStockTrades.com.
Wow.
Bow.
And I'll mention this again. I mentioned it before. I'll try to mention it more often. That sucks. InStockTrades has a wish list function button on your account. So they have basically all the solicitations of new books that are coming out down the road. You can't pre-order or pre-buy it, but you can put these things on your wish list.
Mm-hmm.
And InStockTrades has told us before that, not just us, but they've made it public that wish list is another tool that they use to judge how much they're going to order of a book.
Mm-hmm.
So things like Power Rangers going out of stock super fast, Colossal Conan going out super fast, anything like this that's, you know, just it's there and it's gone and you don't have a chance to order it that Tuesday, is because InStockTrades and any comic book retailer, personally, like I go through this on a weekly basis, they only order what they think they can sell. Because these books are non-returnable back to Diamond. So maybe InStockTrades only ordered, these are fake numbers. Don't think we know how much numbers InStockTrades orders on books. But let's say they ordered 50 copies of Colossal Conan. That's because they think they were able to sell 50 copies of Conan.
Mm-hmm.
And that's probably based off of their DCBS orders from their sister company or parent company, whatever it is, and that wish list. No store is going to order 100 copies of Colossal Conan if they think they can only sell 50, because no store wants to sit on stock.
Yep,
like
that's what led to the crash in the 90s.
That's a part of it. That's a part of it, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I could get into way more stupid details about, like, you know, the distributor wars and stuff like that. But that's why stores go out of business. Just like that fucking bullshit store in Missouri that can't call their fucking customers, that's had shit on hold for 8 months, and now they want to go a GoFundMe to, you know, now they want their other customers to fit that bill and pay to keep them afloat, even though they got bad business practices and they can't run a business to save their life. But yeah, I mean, that's what happens is, you know, I do that too. I run into this trouble every week at the store.
Yep.
I'll order. And the thing is, these orders, there's two different types. There's two times that you order your books. It's when the previews first comes out, which is about 2 to 3 months before the release date of a book. And this is just, I'm talking about normal floppy comics. You get about 3 months to put in that initial order. And then about a month before that book releases, they let you do what's called the FOC, final order cutoff, where you can raise or lower those numbers. And then those numbers are locked in. You can't change it. You can't up it. You can't lower it. You can probably order. You can order more afterwards, but you're not guaranteed to get it on a release date. So I ran into many times where I order something where I have like 4 people who are asking for it, and I go, okay, well, 4 people want it, and this is some random underground indie book that I've heard nothing about, and only 4 people want it. So maybe I'll order 10, maybe 12.
Mm-hmm.
And then it comes out, and that book sells out in a second. And now everybody's going, how come you don't have it? I go, because nobody told me you wanted it. Because there's been times where I go, okay, well, this sounds cool. Let me order 50, and I sell 5. And then we have fucking 47 copies sitting around, or 46 copies sitting around, you know? And you can't have, if I can only sell 4, those 47 are not going to sell anytime soon. So, you know, it's stuff like that. So long story short, man, this kind of went on a tangent for a minute. Use that wish list button. Do it now. Go. You know, look through upcoming releases and stuff like that. With omnibuses, hardcover, stuff like that, those things are super solicited, like super early solicited, like probably about 6 months out. So that way, again, the way stores order only what they think they could sell, publishers and printers are only going to print what they think they could sell. Because nobody wants to, these companies don't want to clearance these things out. They want them to sell at their full price as much as possible. So yeah.
Regarding the wish list, should you feel compelled to follow through and order on your wish list because IST is basing what they buy off of the wish list stuff? So you should treat it like a pull box then? Do you think?
That's interesting. Should you feel compelled?
Because because I put that Green Arrow Golden Age omnibus on my wish list, and I decided I didn't want it, and then I felt kind of guilty. I'm like, oh gee, IST based their buys on the fact that I put that on my wish list, and so I wondered, gee, does this count as a pull box type of thing?
Right.
Where
I don't know about that, because I would say no right now. I don't know exactly how IST runs their business or how that really works with the wish list. Like, I don't know, like they're going to order every copy that is on that wish list or whatever the case might be, because they probably know some people put it on there for later. Like people, I got a lot of stuff on my wish list, but it's all like, newer stuff or old stuff that I just want to maybe one day I'm like, oh, you know what? I need to fill out an order to reach that $50. Here's a Batman Beyond trade paperback I really want, or something like that, right? So I don't know how IST exactly runs their numbers using that wish list. I know it's influential on their numbers, but it's not like I had a point. It's not like you're really saying I want this right now. Oh, because if they wanted you,
it's not like a pre-order.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. Thank you. If they wanted that to be an exact number of what their orders would be, then I would assume, and I'm not telling them how to do their business or anything like that, I would assume that they would open that up more to a pre-order basis, if that makes sense.
Okay, good.
Kind of like Amazon, where you pre-order it, it's a legit pre-order, and then you cancel it on Amazon. I think that's a little iffy and a little messed up. But it's Amazon, and they ship your shit out shitty anyway, so whatever. And Amazon's a multi-billion-dollar company that's all over the world, and they can easily resell something like that, I would assume. Where IST is a much smaller business that runs through just Diamond, and I'm assuming Amazon probably has a different distributor that they can influence themselves to have these things be returnable if they do have a bunch of back stock left or whatever. But I would think if IST was worried about that wish list affecting their numbers in a negative way, they would probably open that stuff up to pre-orders. I think they should. But I know that probably takes a lot more effort and manpower, and probably updates the website that they don't feel is necessary right now. But that'd be really cool if they did.
Well, I mean, Amazon can take the hit. Like, Amazon, they are ingrained so much into our pop culture, into the world, that they can take the hit of a few thousand books don't sell. To them, that's that's fucking nothing.
Also, Amazon probably, because they're so big, they probably order so damn much of these things anyways that they get an incredible deal. That if Amazon did need to do like a super blowout sell on things, it's not going to hurt them. Whereas IST only has one distributor they probably go through, which is Diamond. And if I think I know what IST's discount would be, just because I know what the highest discount tier there is to a Diamond. Anytime they do any kind of bigger sale, like a blowout sale, it might hurt their numbers, because they're such a small company. Like, it's literally, IST is literally like, they probably have less than 20 employees altogether, so they're a much smaller company. And they have to probably finagle other ways to make those margins be profitable. Like what they did with the changes in the shipping, where they had to probably negotiate a deal with USPS to be able to get a better rate and things like that. I don't think Amazon has to worry too much about negotiating rates on their shipping, because quite frankly, they have Prime members that probably fit the bill for that 2-day shipping anyways, if that makes sense.
Does make sense.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got their own warehouses now. They've got their own trucks mailing stuff out. Like, I could order something. What time is it? If I had ordered something an hour ago, I could choose same day shipping and it'd be here by 6 o'clock tonight.
That's amazing to me.
Yeah, it's incredible. Like,
well, not just that, but I don't know about where you guys are. We have a hub here in Vegas.
Same. We have one here.
So my wife, when she's feeling overburdened or whatever, she'll just order groceries through Amazon and they get here in like an hour. So we can have milk here in like, in an hour. We can have, vegetables and bacon and, necessary, household items here in like an hour.
Yeah. This is the
and that's because they have like, they have basically like Uber drivers more or less, do a lot of deliveries these days.
I think the cutoff for me though, for same day shipping is I think noon most days. So that's how it works over here.
It also depends like, if it's in that warehouse. There's certain things that I can have here in an hour, and the other stuff that's probably in a different warehouse. That's 2-day priority. Jesse say what? So what's the odds of getting Jim Lee on the show? It depends on what you mean by on the show. I could be at work this weekend with Jim Lee, pop my phone on, and have him on the show like secretly behind, in the background kind of thing for like 30 seconds. That's 100% fact that can happen. But have him on like a sit down interview, I don't think that's going to happen. I'm not even going to ask him. I'm not even going to approach him on it, honestly.
Would love to have him, but
Oh, yeah, totally, 100%.
We should follow up on the Adam Hughes one. He seemed to be open to it.
Yeah, I got to get his information.
I want to
get his email address again and see what they say.
I keep harping on this. I want to have David Walker on. He just had a new book come out, Bitterroot, that I want to check out.
Fine. Get a hold of him. Let's get him on.
He seems like he'd be approachable. He seems like a pretty approachable guy.
Yeah. Does he have Instagram or Twitter or something?
He's on Instagram. I follow him there. I'll probably hit him. I'll try to hit him.
Yeah, hit him up and see if he'll be on the show. Take the initiative, young man.
Amazon, if you don't pay for Prime, the shipping is like $8. Wow, I didn't know it was that bad now.
It's just not worth it when it's packed in thin, bubble-wrapped envelope. Well, you get that even if you do pay Prime.
We don't get an upgrade on shipping.
I saw somebody. Was it somebody in our group? Somebody posted a picture that they ordered like an SD card, and it came in a box full of packing peanuts. But then, if you order like, an omnibus or a book, it just comes in just nothing. You'll be lucky if you get a padded envelope sometimes. Or like 1 or 2 like of those bubble packets.
I have Amazon mainly for the 2-day shipping and like for Blu-rays and things like that. So usually you could get pretty good prices on 4K movies on Amazon. Like the new Mission Impossible comes out Tuesday, and I'm getting it for $20 for 4K.
Yeah,
I want to see that badly.
I don't use Amazon a lot for ordering anymore. But I did get that fucking Pokemon Pikachu Go by accident because I ordered it a long time ago. Forgot about it, and I got an email that it was on its way, and I was like, "Bitch!" I still have it. I haven't opened it. It's still in, and that was just shipped in like a padded envelope too.
And what is that? Is that the video game?
Yeah, it's a Switch game. Yeah.
They're pretty good with their return policy.
So people in the chat watching, A, give us a thumbs up. B, what do you think about the idea of us doing pre-recorded videos? Do you guys have any topic or ideas or suggestions? And what do you think about a non-filtered, uncensored, no apologies, like podcast separate feed?
It would be separate from this.
Right. It wouldn't be
OmniBros. It'd be Comic Bros or something.
Welcome to Crossed Comics, where we talk about Cross every episode.
Well, yeah. So that's another thing I talked about. We could, we can do things like show, like those Manara books, and show, the beautifully drawn images that might happen to be of naked ladies that we, wouldn't really do here on this show because we don't know who our audience is.
Have you seen that a lot of popular YouTubers are now censoring their videos for cursing? Because
who's doing that?
A lot of popular YouTubers now are censoring their videos with cursing in them, like the word fuck, because the algorithm now is rooting out those channels, and the popular advertisers don't want their money on those channels.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that's I was because I was wondering like why some of the YouTube channels that I watch all of a sudden like they'll say fuck or they'll like try to censor themselves and I get a bleep like in the middle of it. I'm like, what the hell? And it's because of that.
Huh. I did not know that.
Yeah.
I was concerned when wasn't it our chat that we were saying something, or maybe it was in the group. I can't remember if it was in our chat or in the group where they've got a rule in England for YouTube where you can't even show like anything
copyrighted material.
Right.
Yeah, like I couldn't show this and I couldn't show the insides of it or anything. And were we talking about that? How it might come to America?
Yeah, that was in our chat. I think Ryley brought that up.
Okay.
If that's the case, that would completely fuck over my channel because that's part of what I do.
Right.
And a lot of other comic book YouTuber other than like I would imagine the huge ones because they'll probably get a pass on that stuff.
And just to let everybody know, like these pre-recorded like ideas that we're coming up with, it will not take over or change the normal videos that we do live every week too. So it's not like you'll never see a live show from us again because we're just doing pre-recorded, reference material. It would be on top of the Monday show and the Sunday show, and then what is it, Thursday,
yeah.
Thursday.
I love the idea of having more reference videos, and somebody was earlier saying they wished we would do pre-recorded reviews of older material or talking about
that'd be cool
forget
too.
who it was. Yeah, so they could find more information on older material as well as newer material.
Yeah, we were kind of testing the waters with Ryley did a room tour. I think that dropped yesterday or Friday, and Geo did that also earlier, like last month. So that's kind of was us testing the water to see if people would like pre-recorded stuff like that, or if people were really just coming here for the live feeds and our banter and our topics being completely straight every 5 seconds.
I can promise you, we probably aren't going to be doing Mad Libs again.
No, I think we could do Mad Libs again, but I think where that idea fell short was it was just you and Ryley.
Yeah, I think you're right. We should have had more people in on that, like 4 or 5 people throwing words at me.
Yeah, because I was cruising through the chat during that because I was at work, so I couldn't really jump in. And people themselves are throwing out ideas, words, stuff like that. So people seem to be into it. It's just you and him. It's kind of like playing, it's like playing checkers by yourself.
So it's just the construction of the episode. It wasn't the idea.
I think the idea is perfect.
Wasn't executed. Right.
Right. I think the idea is perfectly fine because A, I came up with it, and B, I think people like our fun episodes like that, like when we do trivia or real manga, real manga, fake manga.
Oh yeah,
that kind of stuff. I think people enjoy that.
We're due for another trivia episode.
But I think what people like about that is like when we're fucking around with each other and trying to fuck each other up, and it's more just one person coming up with ideas.
We are due for another trivia episode soon. We do like one a year, don't we? Usually.
I don't know that we have We've done 2 of them, but I don't know that we've done one recently.
Here we go, real quick. Avengers fan, why was the Mad Libs episode a dud? Give us feedback. What was the deal with that?
Yeah, that'd be good to know, Avengers fan, if you could tell us why it was a dud.
You want hurt
Was
our
it too
feelings. Give us
slow
the
moving?
truth.
Too much? Yeah, too much dead air. Probably too much dead air.
Probably that happens. You
'Cause
know,
I didn't see the
we
video, so I don't know.
we try stuff every once in a while. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. That happens.
Yeah. We just try to change it up.
Chris M says that is not happening in regards to like the whole censorship thing in the UK and the US. So that's good.
Does he know that's not happening, or is he just? Is that
I'm trying to be on the positive side of this because I know small channels like Jess and Minds will get screwed over.
Yeah.
But bigger channels like the Ass Hat Comics Explained guy will be just fine. So I'm being positive that we'll be fine. Because if that's the case, then that'll totally just nuke my entire channel.
Well, mine too, because a lot of mine is just like, you know, the spotlight reviews where I go through the book page by
Right.
page and stuff like that, you know. So Brian Luan is planning a trip to Vegas to visit Torpedo. That's cool, man. When are you coming out? Maybe there'll be a signing if you're coming out soon.
Trivia would be great. I want to do another trivia episode. I like those.
I need to find another source for trivia because I've used up all the Marvel trivia cards that I've got. So we need to, if we want to do trivia, I need to find another source.
We should just do trivia questions about Jess's life.
See if I can answer them.
Or just trivia
No, see,
questions about what's on Jess's shelves.
That's a good question.
Like,
see if I can answer
look,
that.
Yeah, you can't be in your room. Do it from like, you know, your living room or your foyer or whatever. And then we go like, hey Jess, do you have the new X-Men Omnibus? You know, and then you got to say yes or no, and then we got to figure out if you have it or not for real on the shelf.
And be able to find it. That's the key.
It's right there by your X-Men toys.
It could be standing on the floor, though. I mean, I've got a couple of big stacks on the floor, and it may not be filed yet. I don't think Mutant Massacre is filed yet on the shelf. I think it's in the big stack still.
That might be fun.
How do you guys want to do I think for the best of, I was thinking about this, for the best of, we should just do our own and have the girls do their own, a separate thing. Because I think everybody on one show would probably be too much. What do you think?
Oh, I agree with that.
I think it'd be too many people on one show.
Yeah,
and we would be here for probably 5 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, no girls allowed.
They want their own thing, and I agree with that. They should have their own thing. It'd be fun to do a crossover, but I think you're right. It'd be an awful lot of voices trying to talk at once.
It'd be too long.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would probably kill the the internet stream too.
It's probably going to be one of our longer shows too. Those things. Last time we did it, we split it up between 2 episodes, didn't we? Because we had to.
I think we did. Yeah.
Yeah, the Omnis one was like forever long. Yeah.
It was 2 episodes.
Yep.
I think they were both about 2 hours long too.
I think you're right. That was 2016 that we did that for?
Yeah, that was the first year.
Yeah.
But we also had we had the thing where like people voted on it as well, so we gave those results out. I think this year it's just going to be our results, right?
We're not going to have voting. We're just going to say what we thought was best of.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah. How do you guys want to do it?
That's how we did it last year.
Where we say, instead of just putting up a poll for the Facebook group.
Yeah, because I don't think I said maybe next year we could do that where I could track every release again and have that like on the spreadsheet so that people can reference. So maybe this year we could just give our opinion or our facts on what were the best ones. And then, people could just, drop their favorites in the chat and we could read the chat and, bring up stuff like that too.
Yeah, I already have a contender for new to me. It's 2 years old. It's brand new to me. And it turned out to be one of my favorite books ever.
Oh, funny story. So
I'll be the judge
guess
of
what,
that.
guys? I tried to reread Jimmy Corrigan again.
Why?
No, you know what? I wanted to give it a fair shot and everything like that because I try to give everybody a fair shot. Because last time I read that was in college, and I came to the conclusion I still fucking hate it. I still fucking hate that book, and I hate Chris Ware. So it's not going to be on my best of the year. So I'm just letting y'all know that.
So everybody should send building stories to Louise.
It will promptly go right back the fuck on eBay because I'm going to make some money off of that thing.
Is that rare at all, building stories?
You can find it just... I don't know. You can probably find it in the dumpster.
It's still not a fan.
No, not
funny.
a fan at all. Building stories is a box full of crap as far as I'm concerned. Hey, Gabe, not sure if you recall, but I met you last December at Torpedo Comics and said I was planning to move out there, and it will finally be happening this summer. I'm excited. Oh, cool.
No, we met him last Devember.
Oh, Devember. There you go.
So that's the month in between November and December.
It's like, yeah, it was probably like November 31st. No, that's awesome, dude. Right on. Welcome to the summer. Your first summer is going to suck. Oh, God, your first summer is going to be terrible.
Because it's so hot?
But it's so hot. And I don't know where he's originally from. So if you're from an area that doesn't get 120-degree heat on a regular basis during the summer, and you come here and now you got to live in 120-degree heat for a couple of days, it's a total climate change. I mean, Jess had to buy chapstick when he was out here for the first time in his life.
Holy smoke! It was almost as soon as I walked off the plane.
Is it really that bad?
Yeah, and my sinuses got really messed up because it was so dry. They got swollen, and I couldn't breathe through them because it was so dry.
So somebody like me that's got really bad sinuses and allergies, you don't think I'd do well there?
I don't know about your allergies, but I mean, I had to have chapstick on me at all times because my lips immediately dried out to the point of pain.
Dude, I always have chapstick on me. Like I just bought a 3-pack of chapstick. I always have one in my pocket, one at work. Keep a couple in my car. It's dry heat. It's just there's no humidity out here.
Oh wow!
And you're not exaggerating when you say 120 degrees. It really gets 120, doesn't it?
A couple days a week during the summer, maybe like one day here, one day there. I mean, you will be 110 a lot during the summer.
Yeah.
But it's honestly, it's not a big deal. You have AC in your house, you have AC in your car. Hopefully you have an AC job. Hopefully you're not like a bricklayer or, stonemason or anything like that, and you're out in the heat. But that first summer is going to be an adjustment. If you come from the South, I know a lot of people from the South that moved out here, and I think Luis is dying. You have to get lotion, buy lotion on a more regular basis, chapstick on a more regular basis. Our water out here is total garbage. So if you are buying a house, you're going to want to invest in a water softener, because that will kill your water heater. This house I bought 3 months into it, I had to buy a new water heater. And they're not cheap. It's like $700 for a water heater.
Well, the temperature was absolutely perfect when I was out there in mid-November.
Oh yeah, no, I mean it's just those couple of months there in the summer.
Yeah.
The rest of the year, it's fantastic. It's beautiful weather out here. Fall, winter, spring. But once you hit towards the end of May, you start getting into June. That's when your life is going to change for a little bit.
Yeah. I can't imagine I'd be out playing golf in 110-degree heat.
No.
I can't imagine I'd want to walk from your store to the GameStop in 110-degree heat. And that's not very far.
No, it's not. I mean, when you go grocery shopping, it's that time you spend from your car walking into the store that sucks.
Yeah.
And you know, the heat has different effects on people. Some people get crabby and cranky when it's hot. You know, same way like gloomy weather affects people. You know, the heat affects people too.
Yeah.
And people still don't shower.
Here's something that you might be interested in, Gabe. Fantastic Four Novels says, can you do a Fantastic Four completed edition timeline? That'd be a good pre-recorded episode.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I probably have most of that, one way or the other, because I got a bunch of the epics. I got all the omnibuses.
Yeah,
I just got the last omnibus I need for the Fantastic Four omnibuses, so I now have all the Fantastic Four omnis. Yeah, I mean that's something that's what's cool about it being pre-recorded and not live. Well, I'll have time, or we'll have time to do research, and I can find out which ones I don't have and get them, or borrow them, or do something for that video. So that's a good idea. I wish I had pen and paper next to me. I'm like Jess. I'm old school. I write shit down.
You want me to text it to you?
No, I found a.
Oh, okay.
What is this? It's a Wonder Woman notebook, which is now going to be my ideas and topic notebook.
Nice.
I have a pen. But yeah, throw us ideas. Omnibroslive@gmail.com. You can email us ideas, suggestions, feedback. Especially if you don't want to throw your feedback out there in public, like in the chat. Give it to us in an email, you know.
Yeah, at omnibroslive@gmail.com.
Oh, and then one more thing about out here is it's not as crazy as certain areas, but you might run into a scorpion every so often.
Oh.
My dog got stung by a scorpion yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was in our kitchen. Somehow it was in our kitchen, and she was protecting my sons.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah. She got stung in the mouth, but she's okay.
So what's a scorpion sting do? Is it like stronger than a bee sting?
I don't know. I haven't been stung. She just was like rubbing her face on the ground a lot, like scratching it kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's probably just sore.
Uh-huh.
The fuck?
Jesse, say what? I won't be on that channel. That's going to be for the younger folk.
What channel?
Well, whatever the raw uncensored one is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if we end up doing something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, honestly, just to kind of throw it out there to everybody, I thought about it being just like a Patreon, but it'd be just like a $1 entry fee for everybody. You know, that's it, just $1. Just to kind of help the channel out a little bit, because we do have a little bit of overhead these days. Nothing crazy, but that's why it'd be just $1.
Mm-hmm.
I'll look for a pen later. I'll just text it to myself.
There will still be people that will complain about that $1. Watch.
That's fine. That's $1. That $1, gives you zero entitlement. It just gives you access to whatever content. If we do something like that, it's $1.
Right.
Somebody
or
said
not. We might do
nude
it. It's a totally separate thing, but I want to be able to do like more movie reviews with video footage, play some music in the background, maybe some stuff like that, so that we don't get hit with like content strikes, that kind of stuff. That's really the main idea behind it.
Jesse Say was busting my balls about nude pics.
I know Gio and I want to do a video game thing when Gio comes back. So we'll see how that works out.
That'd be good. I'm getting. I can only imagine how Gio feels, because I'm getting kind of antsy waiting for him to come back. I really want him to come back.
He keeps pushing back that goalpost, man. It was supposed to be October, and then you know how it is over there. Guys just got his house back together after like a year and a half almost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, it's not really him pushing it back. It's It's
Right.
what if he doesn't have internet at his house yet, and he can't do anything about it.
He's tried to pop in every once in a while. He's like the Stan Lee of our show.
He just does that quick cameo, and he's like,
Yeah.
Excelsior, and he dies out. Yeah.
So happy for Geo. Oh my god, I am so fucking happy for that guy.
Oh, because Aquaman looks good?
Oh, because
Aqua Bro is getting so many positive reviews. I am so happy for Geo because that guy needed a win so fucking badly after everything he's been through. And he has been so excited for this movie. And if anybody deserves to get a good fucking movie, it's Geo. I am so happy it's getting positive word of mouth.
you know what I'm not happy about is this goddamn GoFundMe's at $1,200 or $12,000 now.
$12,000 for that comic book store?
Yeah, somebody could have bought that comic book store for $12,000. I bet.
Holy shit!
Wow.
And apparently, they're going to be on their local radio station too.
We need a GoFundMe scam, Jess. Let's come up with something quick.
This is that bullshit is the equivalent of failing up.
Yeah,
Failing
you're exactly
up.
right. Failing up. That's a
Just
good
go
way
out
to
of
put
business, dude. Let them go out of business. Just let them go out of business. It's not a bad thing. Atomic Comics. You guys ever heard of Atomic Comics?
You were so.
It's a big chain. It's a big chain comic book store in Arizona. They were in. If you watch the Kick-Ass movie, there's an apartment there in a comic book store. That was Atomic Comics. They've been around forever. Like there's ads. They have ads in like early issues of Wizard, like Wizard #1 and Wizard #2, that kind of stuff. They've been around forever. But I think 2014, a young driver, I think the driver was like 16, drove their car through the store and hit like a water main and just destroyed the entire store.
Oh my gosh.
Shit.
And they just never recovered it because I think she was uninsured or insurance wasn't enough to cover it or whatever the case might be. And I'm sure, I don't know anything about, I know a little bit about business insurance and insurance in general, but mainly like, home insurance. It's really hard to try and convince an insurance company like, hey, I got an amazing Spider-Man #1 that's worth $60,000. Please, pay me my $60,000 for this comic that was destroyed in the flood or whatever. That is something that deserves like a GoFundMe and help and assistance, not this guy who can't call his members after 8 months.
Yeah. The insurance company is just going to look at you and laugh.
Right. Or you have to do like a separate writer, but then you would have to like inventory that like every fucking couple of months and give some kind of market report on the value of the book. It just stuff like that. It's really hard to prove, and inventory it, maybe like, assign it like a SKU number so that, you can prove that you didn't sell it and it's the same one. It's out of control. But that's the kind of stuff that's kind of store deserves help. Where was GoFundMe back then? I wish they would have had one. That probably would have helped that one. But somebody who just can't run their business the right way, and then now their customers have to fit the bill. Yeah, go away with that shit. I'm closing this window. It's pissing me off.
All right. Any other topics we want to talk about?
Aquaman's getting great reviews. We were saying Edge of Spider-Verse, or
100%.
What's the name of the Spider-Verse movie? Into the Spider-Verse?
I think so. 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, which it's apparently the best animated movie this year. So I'm super excited to see it next week. So
What's that? Aquaman or
Spider-Verse?
Spider-Verse. Is that next week? Wow.
That's next week. Yeah. I'm actually pretty excited to see it. Looks pretty good.
Yeah, I'm gonna see that. I'm still not gonna see Aquaman opening weekend.
Oh, what's wrong with Aqua, bro?
Hashtag not my Aquaman.
Nah.
No, really, he's
I know.
probably the least interesting character in comics in general, but in the movies, that Jason Momoa version is even less interesting.
Yeah, he's gonna shotgun a kegger or something. He's gonna do a keg stand underwater.
Yeah, I mean, like he's jumping out of airplanes. I mean, that's kind of cool and stuff like that. But it's just, I don't know, man. If I hear two weeks afterwards that it's still really good, I'll check it out. But I'm not going to support it opening weekend.
I had no idea he was married to Lisa Bonet.
Who?
Jason Momoa.
Yeah, he's got a
I had
great.
no idea.
Does
That
Randy
dude-
Kravitz know that?
I
Lenny
totally
Kravitz?
spaced
Sorry.
on that.
That dude hit the fucking lottery on life. He's got a good life going for him right now.
I'm sure he's got his problems. He probably has athlete's foot or something.
Yeah, she's like, how old is she? She's like 59, and Momoa's only like in his 40s, 30s. Seems like a good guy too, from everything that I've read. Gio said when he met him, he was cool. How old is Jason Momoa?
Ageless.
Jesse Saywood says he's like 37, and she's like 59. They do have 2 kids together. I saw an Instagram or something of the 2 kids in the movie.
Momoa's 30.
Oh, he's 38?
He's 39.
And how old is she?
Lisa Bonet.
Chris M said he's just messing around. She can't be 59. I'm 59.
No
I'm
way.
older than Lisa Bonet.
He's 51. 39, 50. That's 12-year difference. That's a good difference. That's a good difference in age.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a 30-year-old stepdaughter. Isn't Zoe Kravitz like 30? How old's she?
He's just close to my age.
Welcome to How Old Are Celebrities on OmniBros.
Yeah, this is going to start getting Mad Libs numbers.
I don't know. Zoe Kravitz, man, she's beautiful.
Oh, I watched I'm almost done watching Sorry to Bother You. Have you guys seen that?
I'm trying to watch that. I'm probably gonna sit down with that tonight.
Yeah, it's good.
It's on Hulu. I've been wanting to watch it.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I have a subscription to Hulu. I got to start watching Castle Rock. That's the whole reason I got it.
What's her name is in there? The girl that played Valkyrie in Thor?
In Castle Rock?
No, she's in Sorry to Bother You.
Oh.
And there's a part where she's fully naked except for like rubber gloves covering up the goodie spots.
Huh.
She's also in Creed.
Tessa Thompson?
I think that's her name is. Yeah. I think she was also in Dear White People.
Is she the chick that's the Valkyrie, right? And Thor Ragnarok?
Right.
Yeah, that's Tessa Thompson. She's gorgeous. Yeah. I think she's bi. I think she came out as bi. I don't know.
Whatever.
Good for her.
She's beautiful though. Iron Cardinal, then she's not fully naked.
That's why I said besides wearing rubber gloves over the goodie spots.
While we're waiting for inspiration on what to talk about next, I'll talk about InStockTrades.com, where you can get your collected editions up to 50% off. Loyalty discounts add 2% to that. Through tomorrow, Monday, the 3rd of December 2018, they are having a sale on DC, extra 3% off DC. No, that doesn't stack with the 2%. Orders over $50 in the United States gets you free shipping. Fabulous service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com.
Do you guys know that we're getting a Mary Poppins sequel?
Yeah.
This year? During Christmas?
Emily Blunt or something, right?
During Christmas this
I
year.
thought that was a remake.
No, it's a sequel.
What? Okay, cool.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is coming. Omar wanted to put a bet down. What was it? That Mary Poppins was going to do the best out of all the movies. I'm like, dude, it is going against Transformers, Aquabro, and Spider-Man. There's no way that Mary Poppins is going to do better than all those movies at the box office.
Dude,
It's just
that's a crazy lineup of movies coming up the next couple of weeks. And
yeah, it's and they're all going to be in theaters during Christmas, so it's going to be ridiculous.
Mary Poppins, the
They were just-
Revenge of Bert.
You know what? I want to see a dark version of Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
Like a Logan style trailer with Mary Poppins where you hear Johnny Constant's hurt in the background.
Where she just gets fed up with the kids and just snaps their necks.
She's just slowly coming into the scene on her umbrella while Johnny Cash's hurt is playing in the background.
She's like, you know what? Fuck you kids. Your dad sucks. I'm out. Next snap, next snap.
Laden Kulik, do I need to read Hawkeye by Matt Fraction, or can I jump into reading Kate Bishop Hawkeye by Kelly Thompson? I read Hawkeye by Matt Fraction, then I read the Kate Bishop Hawkeye.
You can skip that.
What, the Kate Bishop Hawkeye?
Yeah.
That's by Kelly Thompson, not Kelly Sue.
Oh, okay, never mind. You could actually go and read that. Feel free.
See, you're just a hater now. That proves it.
No.
Yeah, I think you're okay reading it by itself. You don't need to read, although I think Matt Fraction's Hawkeye is really fun, and he makes a guest appearance in Kate Bishop's Hawkeye. I don't think you need to necessarily read it.
What about Young Avengers? Doesn't she first show up in Young Avengers, Kate Bishop?
I haven't read that.
She's in there with Karen Gillan's run.
No, it's not Karen Gillan.
I think it's.
I'm gonna say Brett Mesler, but that's not his fucking name. It's another Brian not Heisenberg. Fuck.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah,
the one that Jim Chung did the art on.
I'm thinking about another run then.
Yeah. There's two Young Avengers runs that you guys are talking about, like the Heisenberg one and then the Karen Gillan one.
Right. Well, there's two Heisenberg ones.
I like
that. Children's Crusade is basically the sequel to that first Young Avengers.
I love that Karen Gillan run. He's got a real good way of writing young Loki.
I like that run because Cameron Stewart did the art.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. That's all I need for me to be interested in something. Yeah.
It's really good art.
Well, that's not a true statement because I still haven't read Wicked and Divine.
Oh yeah, I tried reading that. I couldn't get into it.
Multi-enthusiast Alan Heinberg says Matthew Giberlazzi. Alan Heinberg.
I think Heisenberg better because I like to think that he's also making meth at a
Multi-enthusiast says do more vids on recommended reading order. That's a good idea. I could do like
that seems to be a popular idea.
Yeah, I could do a big rebirth one. That'd be good.
Or even I mean, you already did the read through, so you could probably do the video on it easier. The Hickman readathon.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, sure.
Because there is I've seen it in different groups, or maybe it was in the chat. I don't know if Fallout is really required or really a part of that Hickman read through.
Oh, Ultimate
Fallout, right?
Yeah.
Because I think he wrote an issue or like a small bit of it, and some people are including that as being a part of that run. But I don't think it's necessary because it has nothing to do with this overall storyline of the Maker and Fantastic Four and New World and all that stuff. But maybe Mark Miller's run is involved because that's where New World first starts, right? Isn't that Mark Miller's run? I don't know, whatever. But yeah, so more reading orders. I think that's a good idea.
I think so too.
Just in general, I don't want us to be like do like shitty ones. Like here's a reading order for Ed Brubaker's Captain America, which is these 6 omnibuses. Or 5, or how many it is. It's 5, yeah. Here's the Annihilation read-through order. Annihilation Conquest. Oh, wait, Asterix, and Thanos Redemption. Which is hard to find these days, right? Isn't that thing like completely like
it's
sold
been
out
hard to find for a while, yeah. Thanos Redemption.
Speaking of building stories, Luis is on Amazon for $50.
He's not pleased.
It's still too expensive.
Like, fuck this shit.
It's still too expensive. It's way too expensive. $50 what? Hold, $50 for that shit?
50.
I'll be right back.
Do you know how much? Oh, Jess is just leaving before I get on a rant.
Fuck, dude. Thanos Redemption.
I'll be right back.
eBay right now.
Do you know how much
Or not
enjoyment? Do you know how much enjoyment you can get for $50? You can get so many more things in the world for $50 that would bring you much more enjoyment than that shitty book or anything Chris Ware writes.
There's a loose leaf version of it that's $200.
What? Oh, jeez. Don't buy it, kids.
Buy now. 2-day shipping. 1 hour shipping.
Is Marvel Modern Cosmic?
It is the New York Times.
Huh? What were you saying?
I'm sorry. What was that question?
No, go ahead.
I was saying that I was reading all the accolades it was getting.
Go ahead. No,
I was reading all the accolades that it's like fucking best-selling book and best reviewed book from New York Times and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't mean it's a good book and it's entertaining.
Right, and I'm sure that's the same way when people are like, "I'm a film student, so Aquaman's gonna suck."
Oh God, we've gotten so many. Oh my God, there are so many times where I read comments like on the movie group and in the 4K group that I'm a part of, and I just roll my eyes in the back of my head, and I'm like, "Oh my God, we get it. You're a film student."
If it's not in the Criterion catalog, then it is not a good film, sir.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
there are so many guys where I'm just like, oh, you don't, and to a lot of to some of their fault, because I see this a lot, and I see this a lot in the movie group, and not to blow, cause anything or anything like that, and I see this a lot in the 4K group, where I notice it's mostly younger people that do this, and they're like usually in college and they're film students, but they come out with the most pretentious shit about movies and stuff like that, and it's very apparent from the get-go.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's mostly younger people. Usually once people start getting older and they start realizing, oh, I was a pretentious asshole the way I sounded when I wrote that when I was younger, they start realizing that.
Have you ever gone to like a film student or like a film student like movie what do you call it when all the students kind of show their movie off?
A film festival? Yeah.
Film festival. There you go.
Yeah.
That is your most hoity-toity infinity scarf wearing kind of situation I've ever been to in my life. Because every one of those movies, like the way they try to be edgy is like having a gun in the movie, or someone doing like hardcore drugs, or something slightly racist. Like that's their like their edginess of being, oh, this guy is something else because he put strange religious metaphors into this movie randomly.
Yeah, I've been to those. I took some film classes in college. I met a lot of cool people, and I met a lot of douchebags in those classes as well.
I always had good friends that were like film students, like, but the ones I can't stand are drama kids.
Drama kids?
I never got along with like the drama kids in school ever. They were just
hey, my girl was a drama kid.
Well, she's cool. I like her. I go to school with her. But every drama student I ever knew of in school or the limited time I was in college were just, they always had to like stand on top of the fucking lunch table and do some kind of bullshit soliloquy. And then they get mad.
That's always annoying.
And then they get mad. And then they get mad when I throw my juice box at them.
Did you hear her? She gets it. They were annoying.
They were annoying? Yeah. So
they didn't.
She knows what's up.
She agreed with you. She's like, yeah, she gets it. They're annoying.
Yeah, they always stood up in the middle of like whatever was going on and just had to like, they were always in character. And that's what I hate. I was like, you're always in character. Like, who are you?
I get that too. I feel it so hard.
All right. I'm ready to go. I'm getting antsy for the football game.
What time is
your City Rams is starting?
Yeah, I know. Chris M's already spoiling it for me. I'm taping it.
Is it started already?
Yeah, it started at 1.
Oh, crap. Sorry.
That's all right. I DVR'd it so I could zip through the commercials, so it's fine.
You're good.
But Luis, where can they find you on the internet?
Well, huh?
What?
Oh, Comics Guide 101, Facebook, Twitter, and all that good stuff.
And Gabe, where can they find you?
Find me also on YouTube, Gabe Infinity Watch, Instagram, Gabe Infinity Watch. I'm in the Omnibus Collectors group. And someone asked Tessa Thompson versus Zazie Beetz. 100% Tessa Thompson.
Tessa Thompson.
Yeah.
I'm a Zazie fan.
Get out of here.
I loved her in Deadpool.
Go watch your foosball game.
Go watch your sports ball.
And you can find me, Omnidog, on Omnidog's Vault on YouTube and Omnidogs_Vault on Instagram, where I still need to post pictures from Las Vegas. I just realized. Maybe I can do that during the football game. Okay, thank you for tuning in. Please hit the like button. We do take that seriously when you hit the like button, because we got a record number of dislikes on the Mad Libs episode, so we're going to rework that concept if we ever do it again. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being you. Thank you for the chat, and we appreciate all subscribers and comments. Thank you very much. Peace and love. Peace and love.
Good night, everybody.
Smoke crack and worship Satan.